Hey guys, well I went to my uncle's place and I got a friggin' motor for the compressor. I'll see if that one's powerful enough to turn it. He also gave me this thing called a cat heater or something. Runs off propane and a 12 volt friggin' battery. But yeah, I also got my friggin' battery out of ye old Corolla. So, friggin' right. Figure if I'm going to Wayne's to do some friggin' work on diesels and stuff, I'm gonna need something that I can actually legally take on the highway. So I'm gonna fire the battery into it and see if she fires up. She hasn't fired up in like, well, quite a while. I think I drug it into the shop, or I might have driven it into the shop, I can't remember. It was a while ago to change the tires out into the wife's car, but let's fire a battery into her and see what happens. That was weird. Alright, so I got the battery freaking fired into her. I got some freaking juice going through her veins now. Gonna need my keys. Alright. Haha! Freaking right. Looks like all she needed was a little bit of juice. 340,000 K onto her. Oh yeah. Freaking purrs like a walrus. Friggin' right. That's awesome. Definitely not want to clog. Friggin' right. I haven't driven this thing in so freaking long. It doesn't burn any friggin' oil either. Stinky though. Whoa. Stove that guy back in there and tie that battery down. See, I remember I freaking made this. Yeah, I'm sure this is out of a pickup truck or something, but yeah. Not left-handed. Yeah, she's still got fluid. Doesn't even stink. Little bit of blow by. Big sake. Oh, not too bad, not too bad. Still got lots of brake fluid. This car ran freaking awesome when I was freaking driving it, and then the wife drove it for a while, so still works good. Love that kind. Already up to temp too. Let's see if she freaking oh yeah. Ah, you can hear the freaking things grabbing a bit. Oh dear. Looks like it might need some wipers though. That made it so much better. Frig sakes. Man, I miss driving this thing. It was fun. Friggin' right. Beastie. And ye old Cummins behind her. Oh, poor truck. But anyway, yeah, freaking drives pretty good still. So I'll fire her back into her parking spot and then freaking head her home. Yeah. Well, that's freaking cool. So I'll be driving the Corolla again. I need to freaking stop driving this thing. I blew the freaking axle seals out of it, both sides. And I got a freaking brake leak or something. Something's freaking leaking onto her. And yeah, I don't think my master cylinder is big enough in this truck. So I've got all the Chevy freaking brakes, but the Toyota master cylinder. But ye old truck, oh, freaking door's open onto her. That's mine. So I'm gonna be taking the 350 out of that one, putting it in Beastie, and I'll probably take the master cylinder too. So, friggin' right. Beastie's getting fuel injected. I also picked up this. It's a friggin' truck box trailer. Friggin' right. It's I think it's slightly lifted. I think it's got 31s on it. Yeah, 31s. Yeah, what I'm thinking of doing with this is building a rack to sit over top of the entire bed and freaking store your camping gear and your firewood and all that stuff in there, and you can put your tent on top. So this thing will follow the freaking 4Runner anywhere. So friggin' right. Especially once I get the better 350 into it. This one's running rich, and I think the timing chain is stretched onto it. I can't time the thing. It's always jumping around. I gotta run it like friggin' 15 degrees advanced to get it to run decent. But it's all over the place. So yeah, this thing will be freaking lots of fun to tow around and freaking take camping and getting firewood and stuff. What I'm gonna do is make the rack removable too. When I'm not camping or whatever, I'll just freaking lift her up and store it somewhere. It's gonna be 1x1 square tube, and it'll be plenty strong. Braced every 2 feet, both ways. So freaking right. And yeah, so there we go. And it's got a full floater 14 bolt in the rear, which is, this is actually the trailer that I pulled all the freaking guts out of for Beastie. So freaking right. Might even be able to freaking mount a spare tire into the front there. Maybe even 2 of them, one for this and one for that. But 15 or 16? No, they're 15s, which means my 33s will fit onto it. Nice. I love that kind. But it's starting to get rainier as frig out again, so I'm gonna go inside, maybe edit this video. So thanks for watching, guys, and until next time, take care.